Hadouken!
Ken Masters for Street Fighter V. Let's talk about his design.
I invented the piano key necktie! I invented it! What have you done, Derek? Nothing! You've done nothing! Nothing!
Okay, so the first thing I want to break down is the design of Ken throughout the years. I'm going to say I haven't really been a huge fan of Ken. As far as the way he plays, he's always tons of fun. He's fast, he's got that fire dragon punch, his hurricane kick is quick. I mean, he was always a lot of fun to play. And I think that's probably why a lot of people like Ken. I don't think anybody can really say, oh, you know, the design of Ken is just so incredible. It's not like we're talking about, you know, somebody like, who has a good design in Street Fighter? Come on, man. Spit it out already. I don't know, like what they're doing with Charlie right now in Street Fighter V. He has a very cool design. He looks really cool. I don't think Ken has ever been in that kind of realm. So I respect Capcom for what they're doing. They really changed them up. Throughout all these years, even as much as they've tried to separate Ken from Ryu, in my mind, he's always kind of been that clone.
They're the same face! Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
And I'm glad now that they're kind of changing that a bit. He doesn't look anything like Ryu in his facial structure and the way he fights and the way he moves, and even now his gi, it's different. It's got this black thing that he's got going on top, and you know, he looks a little bit more serious, but still the same Ken. So I really like it, but a lot of people have issues with it, so I want to talk about that. I heard one commentary say that his hair looks like he's got a bunch of bananas on his head, which I kind of found that was quite funny and a little accurate. When you watch it in motion, it does kind of look a little silly. I wish they would have done something a little different with the animation on the hair. I like the way he has the hair done, but just, you know, maybe those two little, what are those things? I don't know. But those two things, maybe make them animate a little different. Maybe it would have given it a different effect. But overall, I still like the design. I'm not too sure pretty much what most of the complaints are as far as what people wanted. I think what for me would have been ideal would have been if they would have done the original Street Fighter 4 concept art for Ken, because in Street Fighter 4, when you look at the concept art and then you actually look at what's in the game, it's not the same thing. It's not even close. If they would have gone more towards that route, that would have been cool, especially with the hair flowing and everything, because that's, you know, a trademark of Ken is the hair. If they wanted to make him really different, maybe, you know, give him a beard or do something that really separates him. But I get what they were doing. They kind of made him, his face looks more sinister. Obviously, he doesn't look quite as mean as he does like in Street Fighter 2. But he has that kind of like wicked but smart-ass kind of look to his face, which I like. I think it's pretty cool. But some people are complaining. Some people actually hate the design. And I get it. Ken, he's an iconic character, but I really respect what Street Fighter's doing with Birdie. They made him like this fat slob. I'm hoping they put Rufus in the game and Rufus is skinny. I'm hoping that they do something like that, or they put Blanca in the game and they make him a little different. Maybe change his skin color or something. Do something crazy. I know a lot of people, this is like sacrilegious. Like, you can't change these iconic characters. Yes, you can. You can change them. And if people hate it and reject it, you can always do a classic costume and it'll be over with. They can select that costume. But I say, yeah, take the risk. If you look at what they've done with Killer Instinct, they've taken risks with some of the designs, but they always go with that retro costume. So that way people aren't complaining so much about, you know, the only one they kind of goofed up, I would say, is probably Saberwolf, because, and Fulgore, like both classic versions, they kind of kept it faithful to the classic versions, but they do kind of look ridiculous. But still in all, I think that Capcom could easily do that, especially with, you know, given the power of the PlayStation 4, they can really do a classic design and really make it look great. But as of right now, this is what we have. This is what they're showing, and I'm pretty okay with it. It's not the greatest design in the world, but I think it's all right. I would give it probably out of a 1 to 10. I'd probably give it about a solid 8. I think it's good. I think it's adequate, and I think it's gonna not deter Ken fans from using him. And they already did announce that they were going to make a more classic look to him, or costume to him and the other characters. So hey, why not? Thank you once again for watching. If you enjoyed this video and other videos, please don't forget to click subscribe on the screen and tune in for more videos. Thanks again for watching. Mastermind out.